The Unwavering Flame of Betty's Faith, by Reuben White. In the heart of a world wrapped in shadows, where prejudice cast its long, dark veil, lived a woman named Betty. She was a testament to the strength that comes from unwavering faith, a faith that burned within her like a perpetual flame, lighting up the darkest corners of her life. Betty's life began in a time when society's divisions were as stark as the sun and the moon. A time when the poison of racism coursed through the veins of the nation, leaving wounds that bled unseen. But Betty was not one to simply accept the world as it appeared. She saw beyond the surface, recognizing the beauty that existed beneath the layers of hatred. Her upbringing had been far from easy. With no family to lean on, she stood as a solitary figure, weathering the storms that life threw her way. The loss of her husband, years ago, had marked the beginning of her journey alone. Yet, she was never truly alone. Her daughter became her anchor, her reason for pushing forward despite the weight of poverty and setbacks. Their bond was a testament to resilience, a bond that transformed them into an unbreakable duo. Betty's daughter faced setbacks that would have made others falter, but she had her mother's faith to lean on. They held on to hope as if it were the last branch on a cliff's edge, the lifeline that kept them from plummeting into despair. Betty's faith was a force of nature, like the constancy of the stars in the night sky. It didn't waver in the face of adversity, instead, it shone brighter, guiding them through the darkest nights. She saw the divine in every sunrise, a promise that each day brought new possibilities. Her faith was as steadfast as the mountains, unwavering in its conviction that better days were ahead. Then came the day that would change everything. A day that etched its mark into her soul, carving a wound that seemed impossible to heal. Her daughter, who had been her rock and her source of strength, passed away while giving birth to Melissa, Betty's grandchild. The shock was like lightning striking the tree of their lives, threatening to splinter it into fragments. In that moment of despair, Betty stood at a crossroads. She could have easily succumbed to grief, allowing it to snuff out the flame of her faith. But Betty was not one to give in to darkness. She clung to her faith with a newfound fierceness, a determination that no storm could extinguish the fire that burned within her. Strength, courage, and wisdom. Betty's journey from that point on was a testament to the power of the human spirit. Like a child's innocence, she approached life with a heart open to possibilities. Like the wisdom of the elderly, she gleaned lessons from every experience, no matter how harsh. Her soul became a vessel for strength, courage, and wisdom, each trait intertwined like the threads of a tapestry. With the strength of a mountain, she carried the weight of her daughter's absence, finding a way to provide for Melissa, to create a life where love was the foundation. The challenges that came her way were no match for the resilience that flowed through her veins. Her courage blazed like a wildfire, unafraid to confront the trials that came with raising Melissa on her own. She faced adversity head-on, refusing to bow down to the odds stacked against her. Betty's journey was a testament to the indomitable spirit of a mother's love, a force that could move mountains and calm storms. And wisdom guided her every step. She had learned that pain was not the end, it was a stepping stone to growth. She understood that scars told stories of battles survived, of wounds that had healed. Betty's eyes held the reflection of a life well lived, of experiences that had shaped her into a beacon of hope for those around her, spiritual truth and the journey's end. Betty's unwavering faith was like a spiritual truth, as bright as the sun that cast away the shadows. It wasn't confined to the walls of a church, it was woven into the fabric of her existence. Her faith was a living testament to the idea that there was something greater at play, a force that connected all lives in a web of purpose. Through seasons of sorrow and joy, Betty's flame burned bright. Her faith was a lighthouse for others lost at sea, a reminder that storms could be weathered and that light would always follow darkness. She became a living metaphor for hope, a testament that the human spirit could triumph over even the harshest of circumstances. As the years marched on, Betty's hair turned silver, and her steps grew slower. But her spirit remained as fierce as ever. She had carried the torch of her faith through valleys of despair and peaks of triumph. And as she gazed upon Melissa, who had grown into a strong and compassionate woman, Betty knew her journey was nearing its end, moral ending. In the twilight of her life, Betty's unwavering faith had kindled a fire that illuminated the lives of all who had the privilege to know her. She had taught them that faith was not blind obedience, it was a choice to see the beauty within the chaos, to find strength in vulnerability, and to hold on to hope even when the world seemed intent on snuffing it out. Betty's life was a reminder that faith wasn't about the absence of doubt, it was about the courage to believe even in the face of doubt. It was about embracing life's storms with the knowledge that, on the other side, there was a rainbow waiting to emerge. Betty's journey was a living testament that our faith is not defined by the circumstances we face, but by how we rise above them. And so, as Betty's flame flickered in its final moments, it illuminated not only the room but also the hearts of those gathered around her. Her legacy was not one of wealth or fame, but of a faith that had shaped her life into a masterpiece of love and resilience. Betty had shown them that faith, like a flame, could light up even the darkest corners of existence, and that it was a force capable of transforming lives. As her eyes closed for the last time, Betty's flame didn't fade, it soared, becoming a part of the universe's eternal light. Her journey had come full circle, and her faith had guided her through every twist and turn. And as her story was shared with generations to come, Betty's unwavering faith would forever shine as a beacon of hope, reminding them that they too could conquer mountains with the strength of their belief.